Hello everyone, welcome to This Day. It is Thursday, it is December 19th. I'm Michael Taylor. Welcome to the program, glad you're here. We got a great one for you. If you're ready to talk about United and what's going on there, we're going to tell you. Jeannie Costello is going to be on the program along with Mickey Choi, and they're going to be talking about what's going on with United. They got new lighting stuff going on for outdoor lighting. We're talking about balcony renovations, talking about revenues and the search for the ad hoc committee to try to find some new revenues, talking about what some of the changes might be for next year, and we'll talk to Jeannie a little bit. She's the newest board member, so we're going to get a little bit about her background and what she's going to bring to the board. So stay tuned for that. All right, that's going to be a good one for us. But right now, we want to talk about the holidays. We want to talk movies. Christmas is next week, and we've got some great movies lined up for you for the time we're going to be off. I love being here, but I also love December, Christmas, having day off, spend time with family. So we're going to be doing that, a lot of us here. We're going to be watching some movies instead of being here. And we got a Christmas Story for you on December 25th. It's going to be at 9 a.m. Then It's a Wonderful Life. Then The Green Book. And on the 26th, we got Best in Show, which is a great comedy. American Underdog. And Lion, which is a really interesting movie. True life story there. Then on the 27th, we got Downton Abbey New Year's and The Upside. We got Paper Moon, some great movies there. The Blues Brothers movie is fantastic. I love that, such a classic. I remember seeing that when I was a kid. Then Miracle and Alice in Wonderland. So we got some great movies lined up for you for all those times, and that should be a fun time for everybody. Hope you guys enjoy the break. We're going to enjoy the break and enjoy some great movies while we're at it. Let's take a look at our temperatures and our weather outside, and we got one more day of kind of really nice Santa Ana wind conditions. We aren't getting much of the wind, but we are getting the benefit of kind of warmer temperatures. So it was kind of a nice spring-like day yesterday and today as well. Then we go back into more of the fall, wintry mode. Fall as our winter starts, I think, on Saturday, the 21st. And so winter is here, and it's going to be a little bit cooler temperatures as we head into the rest of the weekend and into next week as well. We even might have some rain in the forecast for next week. We'll talk about that another day. Let's take a look at our sunrise and our sunset, and we've got a great picture here for you. Lori Maloa, she sent this one from Greece. She goes everywhere. She sends the best pictures. She has a great life, great vacation. She's always going around, and we love this picture. Beautiful blue domes there in the white building is against the sky there in Greece. Sunrise this morning was 6:50. Sunset tonight is going to be 4:46. If you'd like to send us a picture like Lori did, you don't have to go all the way to Greece to do it. You can just take pictures around here. Lots of Christmas shots, lots of trees, lots of decorations out. So go out and take some Christmas shots for us. We'd love to see them. If you dress up your dog and cat and stuff like that, go ahead. We'll use those pictures too. Email us, lagunawoodsvillagetv@gmail.com. Make sure you include your name, where you took the picture, and we will use it in our sunrise sunset segment. Okay, we got some meetings to tell you about. We already talked about movies. We got some meetings to tell you about. Then when we come back, we'll be talking to folks from United. Stay with us.
When I was first diagnosed, they gave me about 2 years to live.
After they took it out, they did some additional tests, and it found out that yes, it was a cancerous tumor.
I had an aorta dissection, and that triggered a stroke on top of it.
I've been in treatment a little over 2 years. They saved my life.
If I hadn't been pregnant, they would not have found that mass. If it hadn't been for Ben, I might not be here.
It was amazing that he has knowledge to do what he has to do to save me.
Aging at home with the support of a caregiver offers numerous benefits physically and emotionally. Right at Home helps you stay amongst your personal belongings, memories, and comfort of your home. We offer one-on-one care that helps monitor health, assist with daily activities such as showering, medical medication reminders, cooking, safety, and accident prevention. Our team at Right at Home can help maintain your independence, keep a routine, and allow you to continue to make your own choices while improving your quality of life. We are Right at Home.
Hi, I'm Dan McEachran. 35 years ago, I was lucky enough to get my start in Laguna Woods. First, building patio rooms, then kitchens. Our cabinets are all built locally in Irvine. It all began with patio rooms, like this Majorca model, which we made into a complete room. I'll pull the permits. We'll take care of everything. Give me a call. We'll do a nice job for you.
Lots of things going on the boards these days. They closed out their budgets. They have new members. We're going to talk to folks from United, Jeannie Costello and Mickey Choi Ho. Thank you guys for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
And Jeannie, let's start with you. You are a new board member.
I am.
And
Freshly minted.
What made you decide to run? Where's your kind of background? Let's get into some of those stuff.
Well, when my husband and I moved into the village, going to be 5 years ago now, the village was basically shut down, with the exception of pickleball, golf, and tennis, which were socially distanced,
Right.
sports. So it was my opportunity to get involved socially. I started getting involved in pickleball, and met a wonderful group of people. And they're very active and they're very involved. And I have always been involved in whatever community I was in, so it made perfect sense for me to kind of do that here when the opportunity presented itself. The opportunity presented itself when I retired last January and found that I had some time on my hands, and people said, we can fill that time for you.
We got something.
We got something for you. So I ran and became a director for United, and have been getting my feet wet. Mickey's been a wonderful president, and they've all been very, very supportive in my growth in this position. So here I am.
Now, your background is kind of interesting. You did costume procurement over for Disney?
I've been in the apparel industry. First of all, I started, received my degree from Cal State Long Beach, go Beach, in business administration marketing. And I went into the apparel industry, and my entire 40 years has been in either merchandising or procurement in the apparel industry. And about 20 years ago, I answered a blind ad in the California Apparel News. And it was for a costume company. And it turned out it was Disney. And so I started my career with them, which was wonderful. And I have been doing, the past 10 years, costume procurement, which is the operational costumes, the character costumes that you see in the park. So both the raw materials and the finished costumes. So it was a very interesting career pivot for me, as opposed to just regular garments when you're making clothes for Mickey and Minnie and the princesses.
Mickey's here, but different.
Different Mickey.
Different Mickey, not Mickey and closer Mickey. I had a very short-lived attempt at being a character there. I won't tell that story right now, but it was a disaster.
What character was it?
It was just a character audition.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't know you had to learn dance steps and all this kind of thing, and I couldn't have walked out fast enough. that's the short version of that story. I thought it'd be fun to dress up.
It's a lot. What they don't realize is costumes are extremely heavy, or they can be, depending on what character you are portraying. And
those hot summer days.
And it's hot. And there's no air in these costumes. Yes, Mickey down, Mickey down. Yeah.
But you also served on some nonprofit boards. You've worked as a treasurer as well. So you do have the experience in terms of working in, like, we're an HOA kind of. It's kind of the same kind of thing, kind of a crossover,
Correct.
right?
I mean, as one does, you get involved in your children's lives, right? So my son was involved in Boy Scouts, so of course I became the treasurer and throughout his Cub Scout and Boy Scout career. And then when they went into college, they got into a wonderful exchange program, the Long Beach Yokkaichi Sister Organization. Sister City Organization, excuse me. And of course, I became, on the board of directors. My children had the opportunity to go over to Japan and work on environmental projects with high school children from over there. And so, like I said, you follow your heart, and so I became on the board of directors for that wonderful program as well. And then we moved here.
And then you moved here. And not only did you start pickleball, but now you're the events director. And if you can wrangle pickleball people, you can do a lot of things.
They're a fun bunch. I have to tell you, we're a very, very fun bunch. And so we decided that to start doing events. And we've had Band X, we've had the Nomads, we've had game night, we've had trivia night. In fact, we're going to be planning our next year's events this afternoon, and we're going to have a charity night. But I'm not going to go there. I don't want to tip my hand. Yes, but it's going to be a lot of fun. So.
All right, Mickey, let's get you involved in this conversation as
Right.
well.
Sure.
some of the board actions that have been going on. You guys have a resolution on the walkway lighting, and that's kind of a revision of what's been
Right.
going on in the past.
Yes. Last time we reorganized or revised the policy and the request form was 2011.
Okay.
So actually, we are required to revise regularly, review the forms, and see if any changes needed, so on. So we were looking at it, and then the criteria to consider for installing additional new walkway lightings are the major issue. But those are all the same. The only thing we change is just language cleanup. And also the application form. So if any residents see the needs of additional lighting, usually each two lightings should be separated 20 feet away. But those criteria are all the same, but the application form, last requirement was we need to get all the signatures from the units, which are applicable. But this time we decide not to have that one because it is not necessary. It's very additional time requiring a procedure. That procedure can be taken by the staff members. So only applicants could sign, and then we could proceed it. So that's only apparent change. Rest of them
For
is
efficiency.
Yeah.
And 2011 is 2024, so 13 years.
It's been a minute. Probably a good idea for an update.
Right.
Is there a lot of kind of back and forth on debating over the walkway lighting? I mean, if somebody sees a need, are there people who say, "Oh, I don't want those lights will shine into my window. Can we not do them here?" Is there any back and forth on that, or is it usually just if we see a need, we do it?
Well, there are no back and forth, but many requirements. I mean, the application, people think that, it's too dark here, and sometimes when the corner cuts off and some elevation there, then we might have to consider changing or additional lights, so on. So there are cases, but not just debate. So.
Well, you might have absentee ownership too, right? So the member is the one that has to sign. So I think for efficiency purposes, if a resident sees a need, there's probably a need there, and these are low-level lighting.
Right.
I mean, these are not bright, shining lights. These are lights that are geared to light your path. So, from a safety purpose, I don't think anybody will argue that these lights would be necessary. So, to speed up the process.
Right, and there's a cost, and there's there's the installation, those kinds of things. So those are all part of the consideration, I imagine, as well.
Right.
Well, some other things that are going on in terms of board actions are your SB 326, exterior elevated elements inspection report, and so can you kind of jump into that? Tell us what's going on
that
there?
SB 326 is just code number required by the California state.
Right.
Okay. There are
So
a lot
you
of
have to
different.
comply with those kind of things.
Right. Right. It requires inspection of exterior elevated elements defined as the load-bearing components, such as balconies, walkways, and stairways, so on, to determine if the exterior elevated elements are in generally safe condition and performing in compliance with applicable standards. SB 326.
Absolutely.
It also requires inspection be conducted every 9 years, with the initial inspection completed by January 2025. So this is kind of new code, I believe. And in July 22, the board of directors awarded a contract to structural engineering consultant, the company name, Cardoso and Associate Incorporated, to conduct the required visual inspections in compliance with the code SB 326. And then inspection was completed between 2022 and 2024. So randomly selected about 147 buildings, and all are passed except 10 structures.
Okay.
And they fixed it, and now it's completed. So it's going to be good for 9 years, I believe. And however, the structures that has been completed to repair is okay until 18 or to 27 years. So we are now good. I mean, 10 structure out of 147, which was very good population.
Great,
and now we are very good, 99%.
Yeah.
All right.
Now, is this something that the HOA was already kind of doing on a regular basis, but came into more of a compliance in terms of what was going on with the state, or is it?
Yeah, they've been doing regularly, but this is a particularly elevated areas and particularly, weight loading structures. So, and one day I was walking in, and out of 10 buildings, my building was kind of selected. It was not my unit, but opposite of my side, they were, repairing that patio stuff. So I was wondering what happened. That was the one that I realized that, we caught it, and this has to be repaired,
Absolutely.
which was interesting. But
Yeah, and how important is it for you to be proactive rather than reactive when we're looking at these kinds of things? Oh, we might have a problem here. Let's get on this before it becomes something. I mean, we've seen what happened in Florida with some of the buildings. There's complete building failures. So it's like that kind of proactive
I think
approach
you just answered your own question.
Yeah. How important is that before a building fails and falls down?
of course, that was the whole purpose of we really doing the reserve study for 30 years. What kind of structures to be repaired and proactively, and rather than something happened that we need to really be frantic about it.
And those are challenges. And as you come in, Jeannie, and you're kind of like learning the ropes, are these the kind of things that you're kind of soaking in, understanding the processes, and then putting your input on something?
Exactly. I am being very quiet right now. I know enough to know that I don't know a whole lot, right? And so I am learning, and like I said, I'm going to keep my mouth shut and soak in what everybody else is trying to teach me here. But to your point, yes, being proactive, we are finding out now through our Prepare for Paint program that we have a building across the way from us. And while our building is being prepared for paint and had very minimal, prep work that needed to be done from dry rot or termites, the building across from us, I'm surprised it was standing. I mean, literally,
just termites holding hands,
exactly,
keeping it together.
holding the whole thing together. The paint was actually holding the whole thing together. And I think that's really the cautionary tale here, is to make sure that we're being proactive, and maybe we don't need 15-year paint. Maybe we only need 10-year paint, because what we're finding is the problems that are being uncovered when at 15 years are more it's more costly to repair than had we done it at 10 years. So pay me now or pay me later, right?
There's always that thought of deferred maintenance. Can we defer that a little bit more? Let's not move the reserves around. But then you find that the bill just kind of balloons on that deferment sometimes.
I think, and again, once we go through this process, we'll find out. But it seems that that's what we're finding. Right. So yes, being more to your answer. The short answer is yes, being proactive.
Yeah, and you also you have a resolution for United for an ad hoc committee on kind of finding revenues, other sources, because no one wants to see their fees go up in terms of their HOA dues.
And they have.
I've been here already twice. I mean, this is my third time appeared after I became a president. And I've been telling you many times that our major initiative for this year is really financial, accountability and stability. And we've raised a big fee, and we try to find some additional revenue resources. Our revenue resources is very limited, just assessment fee. But because this cost is increasing, inflation, and plus some of the miscalculation, the previous years of the big deficit. So we are looking for it, and so we had set up the ad hoc committee at the end of previous year's board members. But now we really want to make this ad hoc committee to be a standing committee, so that we could really work to complete the project and also to implement that ideas. So we had to change the charters, and we reorganized the committee members, so on. So we are beginning to really, our sleeves up and work. That was the main action.
Have there been any identified areas where you guys think, hey, this is actually good potential, this could actually make a big difference?
Sure, yes. So we are looking, again, the legal, feasibility is very important one. We try to get some fees, if it is feasible legally, so we're looking for it, and also some fundraising opportunity. So one of the things that I've been proposing is that maybe at the end of September, something like that, we are hoping to get some multicultural, community-wide fundraising procedure. So I recruit Jeannie. She's a lot of marketing, and so anyway.
She could do the costumes.
Yeah, right. Maybe you could be a character. So
We'll be holding tryouts.
We are beginning to really launch ideas and get involved. So not only getting some revenue, but also living, together as a whole community is another important.
Yeah, Jeannie, talk about that. A lot of times when there's a fundraiser, there's an event, it also is an opportunity to build community.
Yes.
And get people talking and that kind of thing. So I think it works in multi-levels, right?
Exactly, and that's exactly why I like this idea that Mickey has, that talk about holding hands. We have a very diverse group of people that live in our wonderful community of Laguna Woods. How many times do we reach across and build a bridge? We have the Korean American Club, we have this club, we have that club, we have the Chinese club, we have all of these cultural clubs. Why don't we work multiculturally, and nothing brings people together like food. Food is the social lubricant,
absolutely.
right? And sharing our cultural similarities around food and dance and things like that. So I think this is, and then again, of course, charging for these things, and then of course that's the revenue building, right? There's also the cost savings part of this, and I don't want people to think that it's about getting more money. Yes, but it's also about looking at the budget and seeing where, both from a homeowners association and from a GRF side, where we can save money too.
Right.
I think that's an important aspect that we need to let people know, that yes, we are very serious about this.
Yes. Well, if you decide to do the International Food Festival, sign me up for a
Sure.
judge.
Okay. Of course.
I will taste.
Of course.
I'll be one of the tasters.
We'll remember. Okay.
Let's talk real quick. What do you guys see, real quick, what do you see for the future for 2025? What is your main thing you want to get done?
Well, this year I think good things happening because of United Mutual, Third Mutual, and GRF, and everybody seems to get ready for working together as a unified, community. So we are, again, this kind of activity, it's for the United Mutual basically, but we cannot do it on our own. So we will talk together and work together corporately, and already for the president, vice president level, we decide to meet regularly, have a conversation, and help one another.
We're very excited about the new GRF board. Very excited.
Yeah.
So they're very proactive, forward-thinking people, because we have some challenges: energy, water, right? All of these things that are affecting all of us, and GRF plays a big part of that as well. So we're looking forward with partnering with them to move us all forward.
That's terrific. Well, we're going to be moving forward in 2025 with United. Jeannie and Mickey, thank you guys so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having us.
Appreciate it. You're watching This Day. We'll be right back with more.
Having a healthy smile not only improves your self-esteem, but also helps prevent major medical issues. At Flora Stanger General and Specialty Dental Practice, we help you achieve and maintain healthy teeth to improve your smile, no matter what stage your teeth are in. We cover your dental needs from dental implants, full mouth restoration, and a variety of cosmetic dentistry options all in one location. We're located right down the road from Laguna Woods, where your bus service stops right in front of our building. Call us today for a free exam and consultation.
You have a club for every scenario. A driver for the long holes. Wedges to get you over the hazards. And a putter for when you need a touch of finesse. What about your retirement? Will you have enough to play the back nine? Call to set your 15-minute phone visit today and let's find out. Get a second set of eyes on your retirement plan.
At Motion Drip, we believe in proactive wellness. Our IV therapy is designed to give you the well-being you deserve. With increased vitamin absorption directly into your bloodstream, it will replenish your body with hydration and nutrients to support your body's functions, increase energy levels, slow signs of aging, improve muscle recovery, and boost stamina. We are located right outside of Gate 8 on Moulton Parkway. Give us a call or visit our website to schedule your appointment today, as we will be your proactive partner in wellness.
And welcome back, everybody. Hey, we got some great movies coming up this weekend. I'm going to tell you all about them. Let's start with Friday's movie, Holiday, 1938. That's a classic with Cary Grant. Pacific Financial Planners is bringing that one at 2 p.m. with the subtitles and 6 p.m. without the subtitles. A young man deeply in love with a girl from a wealthy family faces widespread skepticism when he shares his unconventional dream of spending his early years traveling. The only ones who support his plan are his fiance's free-spirited sister and her patient, long-suffering brother, who doesn't love a good holiday. I mean, that sounds like a today movie. You know, it sounds like something that most kids do now. So I think that thinking has come around. And then we got White Christmas on Saturday. That's just another holiday classic. You're going to love that one. Bing Crosby stars in that one, of course. It's brought to us by Radnet. It's going to be on at 2 p.m. with the subtitles, 6 p.m. without the subtitles. It is a romantic comedy about a talented song and dance duo who falls for a pair of singing sisters and joins forces with them to save their former commanding generals struggling in Vermont, in an inn in Vermont. So they're going to save the inn, they're going to do a show, all that kind of fun stuff. That's going to be a good one too. That's going to be on Saturday at 2 p.m. and 6 p.m. Make sure you stay tuned for that one. White Christmas, a fantastic song as well. You get to hear that one in that movie. Let's take a look at our weather before we head out. And we got some nice temperatures for today. Just the last bit of the Santa Ana conditions that are keeping us nice and sunny and warmer. And then as we head into the weekend, we got back to the cooler temperatures of winter. Yeah, we got to have some cool temperatures. It is Christmas next week, so let's make that a little cool, a little more seasonal for the time. All right, that's going to do it for this edition of This Day. Tomorrow on the program, we're going to welcome Harvard Eye Associates. John Hovanesian is going to be talking about an amazing trip he took to England, find out a lot about the origins of cataract surgeries, and we're going to have Sports Corner on, so stay tuned for that as well. That's it for this edition of This Day. I'm Michael Taylor. For all of us here at Village Television, we hope you make this day a great one.